What the hell is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium. As always, I am your host, XFL Jim, joined by my lovely, illustrious co-host, Chase. Lupine Fiasco Sessoms. Oh my God, how are you doing, my friend?
Damn it, this intro dancing just hits harder after a Saints victory. Who dat?
Oh, dude, that game was fucking amazing. Before we even get into anything, let's just talk that game because let's just do NFL first because we're in the NFL mindset right now.
Jump
Who
on in.
dat?
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat say they're gonna beat them Saints?
Not the fucking Bucks in the regular season. Not Tom Brady. That's who.
Nope. That was such a good game. And I'll tell you what, I did not have a lot of hope after Jameis went down. And Antoine Winfield Jr., think twice before you come up to a camera. I'm eating finger W's.
Only one man is allowed to eat W's in this garage, and that is one Jameis Winston.
That's right.
He is the only man appropriate to eat those. God, the Saints defense is so good.
I mentioned this a lot. I feel like on our fantasy foreplay show this morning, and that was like, man, like fade the Bucks because I think people are sleeping on how good the Saints defense is. Not only against the rush, like against everything. Like they are stacked.
They are really, really, really good, and they made Tom Brady look like a bitch.
They really did.
And I think we have someone like to comment on that. I think we do.
Who we got? Bring him in.
You know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Yeah. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread.
Where the bread at?
I need some bread. It's even more appropriate that those are New York people, just because like Mike
wreaks havoc on them.
No, the Jets quarterback looked fucking electric today, and Tom Brady looked like a bum.
Yeah. And I said this to you before, but if you could get excited Knicks fans on Man in the Street interviews to explain just anything that's happening to me, I would stop watching news channels forever.
Same, honestly. If that's the way I could get all of my information for just anything, I would do it. It's just be hands down how I fucking do it. Let's go through the
house
NFL.
spinning the bill crazy, y'all. It's crazy.
Man, this climate is fucking shit. You hear about the Iraq? What the fuck?
Go Knicks.
Just go Knicks. And then you just got to add go Knicks and then beat boop on there.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
And then it's fun. Let's go back in time. We had the Green Bay Packers facing off against the Arizona Cardinals Thursday night. Packers 24, Cardinals 21. Aaron Rodgers is good. That's
Aaron Rodgers is good, and the Jimnasium curse of the best team in the NFL still exists. It just took a week off.
It did. It did take a week off. The Cardinals, who did they play the week before? There's
someone not good.
Let me look it up real quick. But yeah, fucking the Packers are set up very, very nicely. It was the Texans. The Texans are way worse than the curse. The Texans being bad outdoes how strong the curse is.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
The Cardinals had points to win this game. Kyler Murray could have he was looking kind of clutch. He was obviously pretty injured by the fourth quarter there, holding on to his ribs. He was beat up, but this was just a good game. This is I think in my opinion, it's one of the better. It might be the best Thursday night of the year so far.
I would think so. Sometimes it's like there's no in between with the Thursday night games. They're either just like a full on electric power station, or they're just they just kind of fizzle. And man, this one was great, especially when anytime you have like an underdog Packers. Like I feel like that's a setup for a really good game.
I feel like anytime Aaron Rodgers feels slighted, when he's like feeling that he has a grudge that he can go against, then it's going to mean good things happen in that game. It's going to be very least entertaining. I feel like we were also on Aaron Jones and like AJ Dillon, both running backs having a fucking day.
Oh yeah. And I hit the Packers on the money line there because I just felt like there was too much slight There's too much slight going down with Devontae Adams being out, and I just had to take the shot. And also another great thing to come out of that game is the memes of Aaron Rodgers' face after he took that lick and was wearing his chin strap like a nose plug for swimming.
Yeah, those were awesome. And then him like calling for the flag as he's being pulled to the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh God, you're the only person who has that sort of like the cojones, but also the that kind of stature to probably get one of those flags.
Yep. I would, if I'm in his position, yeah, if I'm getting pulled down, I'm like, hey, but I have time to throw that. Yeah. So it's probably not too hard of a fall if you have time to throw it. But like, you see what's happening here?
This is happening. It's a horse collar. Except he grabs you by like the bottom of the jersey, but still.
Yeah, it's you know how it is. Panthers 19, Falcons 13. I was feeling more points in this game, but hey, the Panthers continue their streak of being good against the worst teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's fortunate for them that they're in the division with a team like the Falcons, that they got to play them twice this year. Yeah, I still feel like Sam Darnold is just a broken human being, though.
I do too. It's I don't really have any confidence in this Panthers team. Good defense though. They have a good defense.
Yeah, that's true. And they're just getting better because they just added Stephon Gilmore. He's finally like active and playing for them.
I would argue this division has 3 pretty good defenses. Like, I'm not going to count out the Bucs defense. I think that defensive up front for the Bucs is still really good. Their backfield's not there, but like the Panthers and the Saints have pretty damn good defenses.
I agree. I mean, it's honestly, all right, I got a hot take for you, which is the NFC South has the best defenses in the NFL.
Who else would I put in there?
The Bucs D is not bad by any means. They're pretty damn good.
No, they're pretty good. The Saints are really good. The Panthers are good. The Falcons are really bad, but other than them, oh yeah, I could see that. The only one I would say, the Browns have a good defense. The Steelers have a good defense, but the Ravens and I would probably say the NFC South.
Yep. Who dat
division?
Yeah. Who that say they're going to beat the NFC South?
I'm right there with you on Sam Darnold, though. He seems broken. They need to do something in the offseason.
God, wait. Way to go to New York. Way to go, New York Knicks fans, for breaking Sam Darnold over the last 3 years.
I mean, yeah.
You destroyed him as an individual. They'd be like, fuck Sam Darnold. Fuck Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, he a bitch.
And it just broke his head.
He's a broken man. I don't know how you fix him at this point. Bills 26, Dolphins 11. The Dolphins actually hung around this one for a little bit longer than I expected them to. I'm not going to be too upset. You should expect the Bills to kind of dominate the Dolphins where each like team is at this point in time.
Yeah, it seemed like the Finns put up a little bit of a fight early. Like it took they managed to knock the Bills off the tracks for just a little bit, but they responded in full force and just kind of did what they were supposed to.
Yep, the Bills just do what the Bills did, and this is a Dolphins loss. I didn't really watch this game. I kind of like paid a little bit of attention to it, but I'm not going to be upset by it. It's not like these last couple of Dolphins losses, like when they lost to the Falcons and the Jags. I'm just like, I expected to lose this one.
You, my friend, seem pretty well over it.
Yep, I am. 49ers 33, Bears 22. I'm upset. I had Justin Fields over like 185 passing yards. He had like 180 flat.
Oof.
Rough.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I feel like the Bears do better without Nagy. That's my take.
I think you're right. I don't know. Dude, if I'm the McCluskeys or McCaskells or whatever the hell their names are, I'm done with Matt Nagy. I'm done with him after this season, maybe even before the end of the season if he says something smart.
Yep. If he's any kind of uppity, just nicks him right there. Jimmy Garoppolo ran in for a touchdown, showing off his legs.
Yeah, his fragile legs.
I don't know. This 49ers team is weird. That's my best way to describe them, is they're just a weird team.
Yeah, with no George Kittle, and you've got Garoppolo, who's just like in and out because he's the most fragile quarterback ever. Then Trey Lance is hurt, and it's just like, what are you going to do with anything ever? Like, it's it might just be time to look forward to next season. There, 49ers fans.
It might be, but then you can when you start thinking like that, then all of a sudden they'll turn around and just beat the Rams.
Yeah, I was doing that to help them out. What
Yeah.
I just said. Yeah, it was a reverse curse for the 49ers fans.
They'll always make that division weird. Steelers 15, Browns 10. Browns are in a bad spot. It's rough. They got all those injury bugs. Not a great game out of them. Actually, not a great game from either team, honestly.
Yeah. Highlight reel hit though. Reel hit in that game when Myles Garrett just ragdolls is significantly less good of an athlete, Chris Boswell, onto the sideline. I love kickers getting hit like full bore, actually playing football for once and getting hit. Love seeing it. Love to see it.
I love seeing it because they're generally dramatically smaller.
Yeah, and they have this kind of ragdolly quality to them where they're just kind of
the second they get hit, it's like a crash dummy.
Yeah, and you put it when you slow-mo it, they look like Neo in the Matrix, just kind of doing shit to dodge bullets, but instead they're just flying around like significantly tinier human beings were hit by significantly larger human beings. Love it.
I'm here for kickers just getting demolished.
Eagles, the king of those hits was Sean Taylor, God rest his soul. I don't remember who the punter was, but blowed that dude up.
Sean Taylor never took a fucking playoff. Respect, love that man. Eagles 44, Lions 6. This is not what we wanted, not what America needed at this moment right now, if you're asking me.
Someone's got to talk Dan Campbell off the ledge at this point because he was despondent 2 games ago.
He's got. I don't know if he's going to be sleeping.
I think he might be standing on a bridge somewhere, and some angel is going to have to come and circumvent the situation.
You think Dan Cable's just sitting in his office going through tape, and then every once in a while he just puts an unloaded gun to his head and
just to hear the click,
just
to imagine how it feels.
Just I'll fucking do it. They come in, he's crying, he's red faced, hey coach, how's it going? Just going over film, guys.
Oh god damn it, that got dark.
I mean, I feel so bad for this team and Dan Campbell in particular.
Somehow I feel more alive when I do this.
I care too much, damn it.
Don't do it, Dan Campbell.
Don't, because damn it, I'm rooting for this team.
We're rooting for you. We want you to pull it out.
I want them to win so bad.
God damn it, that got dark, Jim.
Rams 38, Texans 22. We're just going to steamroll right past that one.
All right.
There's not really much to talk about with this game besides the Rams just owning this and Houston kind of making the score look good near the end.
Yeah, that quarterback for Houston really stuck out his neck, though. Hey.
Fuck you. Oh, the Rams are good. That's about all I had to say about this game.
That's all you can say is now it's a wide open NFC as to am I ready to proclaim the Rams as the best team in the NFL again?
Ooh, we should figure that out by the end of the show. Okay, end of this show we'll have to declare. Actually, end of this NFL segment, we will declare a best team in the NFL.
That's right. And it's got to be legit. It can't be who we want to lose. It's got to be legit, for scientific purposes.
No, we're not going to pick the Patriots.
Right.
Because they're not.
They're not.
Titans 34, Colts 31. This was maybe the most exciting game of the day.
This was a hot shit game, man.
This was awesome.
I saw Indy jumped up 14-0 on them, and I was like, God, what is this? Just like a major letdown after they just whomped ass in their last game? What's it was? Am I expecting too much? Am I too high on the Titan train? And no, I'm not. They came back and did it, and they beat Carson Wentz like the inferior human being who's not equipped to handle his feelings like he is.
He looked pretty good though. Carson Wentz and the Colts looked pretty good. Jonathan Taylor looked awesome.
Jonathan Taylor's a stud.
Taylor.
He's a stud.
Stud.
He's an absolute stud. And I remember the big knock was he couldn't catch coming out of college, and he comes out the first week of the NFL season and catches 5 balls. He's a stud. He's a smart guy. He's a hell of an athlete. He's everything I would like to be. I should hate him for it. For some reason I don't.
And I'm agreeing with you 100%. We're just kind of waiting at this point for the Titans' emotional come down because they keep winning these big important games, and I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for Derrick Henry to eventually slow down, but maybe he won't.
No. He's made of parts that are not made on this earth, man. Like his battery's never going to run out.
I almost agree with you. And especially like next week or the couple weeks, they're getting Julio back. They're just fully going into like full Death Star. Like this Titans team is fucking good.
It's scary.
This is a very wide open NFL, in my opinion.
I think everyone was just kind of really alarmed whenever they got just mollywomped by a Cardinals team that we didn't realize was as good as they are. And they've just hit the ground running since then. And they are really just doing the damn thing, man.
That's damn right they are. Patriots 27, Chargers 24. What did we talk about last time? Patriots are kind of that team that nobody ever wants to play. And you see why.
Yeah. They're always – rarely are we ever going to say that a team has, just schemes their game perfectly going into it. And that's the Patriots almost every week. Like never do you go into or come out of a Patriots game thinking, man, they just really had a bad scheme. Like they really just didn't have a good game plan. They always have a good game plan. That's one thing that you can hate Bill Belichick all you want. You can think Steve Belichick has a severe drug problem like I do, but they're always going to come up with the perfect scheme for him. Steve Belichick. Yeah. Hey, do you think he has more if we call the guy? Do you think he has more? Do you think we can get another? Is it too late?
I think also like he doesn't get his own stuff. He just calls him the guy. Like he's set up with someone else. Yeah,
he's insulated. He knows. He learned from Lawrence Taylor. You never buy it on your own.
Exactly. Justin Herbert had 2 interceptions in this game. He's just like, I feel like he's still working out some of those risk-taking kinks.
Yeah, come back to
I still love the kid. I love the kid so far.
He's gonna be a stud. Like he's one of these faces that is ready to be, one of the guys in the league that as soon as some other guys retire, like we're about to have like a big time changing of the guard at the quarterback position, and like your Mount Rushmore is gonna be like Lamar. It's gonna be a couple other folks. Some it's probably too early to say, but like Joe Burrow looks like it could be. Herbert positioning himself to be, but they're soon to be one of the big time faces of the NFL.
This is basically the perfect Bill Belichick sort of game. Mac Jones, 218 passing yards, 18 for 35, 218, 0 touchdowns.
Yeah. Just manage the game, bro. Just manage the
game. Have a roughing touchdown. Get 2 defensive touchdowns in there. I assume that's how the Patriots. That's how they are going to win.
It's the Patriot way.
And the Chargers, if you give up 2 defensive touchdowns, you're probably not winning the game.
Yeah, it's not good for you at that point if that's what went down. It's hard to come back from 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, rough spot. Jets 34, Bengals 31.
Did not see this coming.
Mike White, baby, 37 for 45, 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I think the key to being a quarterback for the New York Jets is to have just an extra regular ass name, like a Mike White, like a Zach Wilson. How many Michael Whites do you know? Like I can think on I personally know like two or three Michael Whites.
I know 0, but I don't know very many Mikes in general.
Well, you just ruined my theory, and I hate your face.
It could be like an East Coast thing. I'm gonna say it's an East Coast thing.
I live in Arkansas.
Well, Mike White's from your neck of the woods, kind of. He's from Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
It's like 2 states away.
In a way, yeah.
It's all the South. It's all the
South. Hey, man, listen. When it comes to these sort of things, it just means more.
Hey, and also XFL legend Josh Johnson peeped in for a little bit, went 2 for 4, 17 yards. No big deal. You know how it is.
No big deal. Just XFL legends get out here, getting in this game, making that bread.
That bread. 4 XFL legends on offense. We had Donald Parham, tight end on the Chargers. He got a penalty, Rough. That was a bullshit penalty, but whatever. Josh Johnson here.
I've mentally checked out on you. I'm in my head. I'm trying to figure out how to say bread like that dude in the Knicks clip every single time.
You know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread.
Where the bread? Bread. You gotta say it like bread.
You gotta roll your R's. Where the bread?
You gotta roll your B almost.
All right. Okay, I'm back. You got me back now.
Let's go. Like any Josh Johnson I get, I'm gonna be very happy. He was behind. Like he was my favorite quarterback in the XFL. Like I was a big PJ Walker fan too, but Josh Johnson was my boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, and they're both in the league, and they're both getting playing time.
League. Hey, technically there's 4. I think Jordan Ta'amu's still on a practice squad. So there's technically 4 XFL quarterbacks in the league. Seahawks 31, Jaguars 7. I really thought the Jaguars would have been a little bit more competitive in this game, but not a good Trevor Lawrence week.
Yeah, it's really hard to play in Seattle. I think you need to be like a seasoned vet to go and play in Seattle and actually do a good job of it. I was all over the Seahawks to just kind of whomp them here. And like even in fantasy, like I dropped my defenses just to pick up Seattle this week.
I don't hate that. I didn't hate that move. That's a smart move. Like Seattle at home, that probably made the whole difference. Geno actually not looking bad against a really bad defense in the Jaguars. That always helps him.
I kind of think that might have just kind of set up Geno to maybe succeed for the next couple games before they finally do get Russell Wilson back, because like
I think they have a bye week, and then they're saying like optimistically he should be back in 2 weeks.
I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, if he doesn't come back, then I think Geno's in a good spot after that kind of confidence builder of a game.
I think so too. They needed like a win under Geno, and like a pretty convincing win that helps him a lot. And then I would basically this sets you up where you're not worried if you're a Seahawks fan. You're kind of like you're okay.
Yeah, I think so. Hell, I mean, he didn't play poorly against the Saints. He didn't play great, but he didn't play terrible in the last game either.
Yeah, my thing with Geno these last couple games have been like he's always done enough not to like he's a good backup. Like he does enough to not lose you the game, but it's hard for him to like really get out there and win you without making some bad mistakes.
I'll tell you what, it was a nice surprise whenever like he came out after Russell Wilson got injured, and it was like, holy shit, Geno still exists. I had no idea he was on a roster anywhere.
He'll pop out like 5 years later after this year too on a different team. You'll be like, oh shit, he's still in the league.
Oh my God, Geno's getting the start for the Cowboys.
Oh my God, that's Geno Smith's music.
Here comes the Geno.
Here comes Geno fucking Smith, boys. Washington football team 10, Denver Broncos 17. Man, Taylor Heineke really is just kind of at this point. I love the kid. He's really just like Diet Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, pretty much. With far less crazy ups and downs. Yeah.
Those will come. Like, I still think he'll be a good backup in the league for years to come, and he'll get that Fitzpatrick rubbing off on him. He'll have that mentality. But yeah, Washington's not in a good spot.
I got to say, just being a backup in the NFL for about 10, 15 years, not a bad way to spend 10, 15 years.
No, it is not. No, it is not. That's a fucking nice job.
Ask Cade McNown.
Right?
Or not Cade McNown. Oh,
Josh McCown.
Yeah, Josh McCown.
Ask fucking Josh McCown. I forget the guy's name, but there's one who is a backup who does a YouTube channel. It's like QB Class, where he just like dissects and like reviews quarterbacks and whatnot. And he was a backup for like 6 or 7 years.
Huh? Let's check that out.
I need to fucking remember who it was, but yeah, I'll link him to you, and I'll maybe I'll have a link in the description and the video.
It was Geno Smith. It was the most notable thing that Geno Smith has done since starting for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean the Broncos. This was basically a game of two bad teams.
Yeah.
The Broncos at home, they got it done. I think maybe if this was in Washington, things would have been different. Who knows? On other Washington notes, Dan Snyder should probably sell the team because fan engagement is going lower by the day.
Dude, right. I saw something the other day that was talking about how it was someone whose like kids were friends with Dan Snyder's kids, and like they went trick or treating together or something like that. And when he was leaving, like he was grabbing his kids, and he said something to Dan Snyder. He's like, "Thanks, Dan." And Dan Snyder was like, it's Mr. Snyder. And he was like, who the fuck does that to someone? That's amazing. That's kind of a boss move, and I kind of like it, and which is funny because I don't like anything else that he's ever done ever.
I don't think I like anything he's done except maybe naming him the Washington football team.
Yeah, that's about it. But it seems like everything that he does, it seems kind of right. It feels like he's been pressured into it so hard just to be like, listen, we're going to take your franchise if you don't make this right move.
I have read some things that Mark Davis is really trying to push for them to like suspend Dan Snyder and get him out of the league. So if Mark Davis somehow gets Dan Snyder kicked out of the league, that's the best story in NFL.
Yeah, well, you know what? Mark Davis also did an interview the other day where he was dressed like an 8-year-old kid at the bus stop.
When does he not? When does he not?
He actually
Mark Davis is a child at heart. He's a child at heart.
Whose mom took him to Fantastic Sam's for a fucking haircut.
I love Mark Davis so fucking much. If you're that rich, you can have the dumbest haircut because who's going to say shit to you?
Yeah, that's right. I like your theory that it's like if he thinks that you're a real go-getter, you'll say something about his stupid haircut.
Yep. It's like you get the ball boy. It's like, damn, what's up with your fade, dude? What's with the fucking haircut? And he's like,
you got head coach written all over you, kid.
You got some promotion material. How would you like to be in charge of concessions?
Oh, never old. Never gets old.
And last bit, we'll go back to the Saints Bucks because this moment captured the heart. This is why us degenerates and gamblers love Jameis Winston so fucking much. That, for the people just listening, is the Saints locker room after beating the Bucks. Jameis Winston seen dancing with his crutches, going to fucking town.
Doing dance moves, rarely seen outside of the Humpty Dance video from the early 90s. But I'll tell you what, he's got the right idea. I went to a wedding once on crutches, and those are kick-ass to dance with. You got all sorts of moves you can do. I had one called the anti-aircraft gun, where I just kind of put them up on my shoulders. And then there's the pendulum, where you just kind of support yourself and just swing.
Yep.
And just swing with it. Yeah, that's hot shit, man.
Say what you will about Jameis Winston and his like performances and whatnot. If you're a teammate like with him, how do you not want to play with this guy?
Dude, love him.
He hypes his like teammates up like nobody else.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. I mean, he does it with dancing, he does it with finger W's. He'll steal you some crab legs. He'll cook them up for you. He's a good teammate.
He's a good fucking dude. Like, God damn.
Let's see it again. Let's see those moves. I want to see those moves one more again.
Oh, where is it? Oh, shit. Come here. I love it.
I love it.
Jameis Winston. Fucking love the guy. He's hilarious. And a gunslinger. Got to respect that too. That'll do it for the NFL, but we have one more video that Chase, you sent me this video of someone's like Sunday, like viewing, like it's a bar or a club or something. Just check this out, folks. Now, was that a sports bar?
Can you think of any worse place to watch a football game?
Where you can't hear the announcers, you can't hear, like, you can't talk to each other because the music's so fucking loud. So you're just like, hey, dude, that fucking interception was sick. Oh my God.
Yeah, when does Wesley Snipes show up to start killing vampires? Is my question.
That is the premier question right there. That is the Blade Vampire Club of sports bars.
Yeah, I mean, granted, that one girl had a big fat booty, but that was, other than that, like, there's nothing appealing about that to me.
I'd rather watch football in a strip club than this club.
Listen, if you could find a girl who could do like an impressive main stage dance to the sound of Mike Tirico in the background, she might be a keeper. She might deserve all the dollars.
Get some touchdown titties in your face.
What?
It's fucking great. That'll get us through NFL. Now we have college football. Another fucking crazy. Every week in college football is fucking amazing. I love it so much. Let's go chronological. Coastal Carolina 35, Troy 28.
Fighting men of Troy, big time cover.
Fighting men of Troy, fucking love it. Coastal against the only other team on their schedule so far that has a somewhat decent defense. Looked very mortal. They looked very vulnerable.
You want to talk looking mortal? Grayson McCall got hit so hard in this game that he vomited. And then I got to watch like a groundskeeper with a white like Home Depot bucket pour water on said vomit.
Yeah.
Hell yes. That's
football. That's football.
Jim, I believe I've told you, like, I can't remember what year it was, but Cal went to Maryland for their season opener, and a kid took one, like, right there. And when he hit the ground, he instantly vomited, and I said, this is the apex of football. It does not get any better. So anytime someone gets hit so hard that they vomit, fucking, I'm done. Take me now, sweet Jesus.
In my opinion, it's that, or just when there's vomit involved on a football field, I'm just like, this is football.
Yeah.
I got thrown up once on the line of scrimmage, so I've been there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's kind of gross, but it's still awesome.
Yep, it happens.
Just
Navy
getting
20.
Getting groundskeeper Willie out to pour the water bucket on it.
That's how you know it was a fucking legit hit.
You know, it was raining, so it makes sense. Otherwise, I kind of judge him for not using sawdust in that situation. But since it was raining outside, it makes more sense.
I'll give him a pass on that one. Navy 20, Tulsa 17.
Wow.
This is a rock fight. Good on Navy.
Good on Navy.
I don't know what Tulsa's doing at this point. They might be in the market at the end of this year. They might be one of those teams in the market for a new head coach.
It's possible. It is absolutely possible. Maybe they get Matt Nagy. I think I don't know. Like Navy's just got this crazy like juju behind them sometimes that they're able to just pull it in, because it's not like they were like just taking and holding the ball for extremely long periods of time, which is kind of how you expect Navy to get a win. It's just I don't know, like neither team could do anything, and they just at the end of the day managed to make less mistakes.
Exactly. And yeah, good on Navy. Good on Kenny and Matalolo. I like it when Navy's pretty decent. I want them to be good. They're not, but I'd like them to be.
Yeah.
Nevada 51, UNLV 20. This just kind of Nevada just owns Vegas. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, I might have thought UNLV could have covered that game, and I might have been terribly, terribly wrong about that.
I'm pretty sure Marcus Arroyo, UNLV's head coach, is on like an 18-game losing streak.
Can we start the Get Bobby Petrino at UNLV?
I have already started this, so we will just continue the Get Bobby Petrino to UNLV. He's in what school is he at right now in the FCS?
Missouri State.
I think so. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get him from Missouri. That's a scumbag state. Get him to Vegas.
Dude, yeah. I love your take that Missouri's a scumbag state, because it 100% is.
It's 100% scumbag state.
We already saw that kid. Was it the kid who has the pet snake for Kansas? He was from Missouri. Yep. I'm just saying.
Scumbag state.
Yep.
Cincinnati 31, Tulane 12. Cincinnati, you need to stop letting these teams hang around.
Yeah, they kind of dressed up this win just a little bit, didn't they?
They did a little bit.
Yeah, but as long as they keep winning, that's the most important thing for them right now, is just keep winning.
Just keep winning. But I do have a segment little bit later of in who I want to fight. I'm actually already getting pre-mad at Tuesday's rankings.
There you go.
The college football playoff rankings come out this Tuesday.
Right. And
I'm ready to get very upset. That's just, it's a tradition like no other.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing how this cabinet of geniuses that they've put together managed to fuck it all up.
Yep. Maryland 38, Indiana 35. Maryland good win, but you should probably beat Indiana by more when they're on their third string quarterback.
Yep. It's not hard to beat a team with a broken Penix.
All right. And they don't even have their backup Penix.
Yeah. They don't have their attachment Penix wasn't even in the picture.
Exactly. It's terrible. Bowling Green 56, Buffalo 44. Buffalo, you suck. Go fuck yourself. I hate you and your city. There you go.
I don't think I could say anything more perfect than that, so we should move on.
No, there is a hilarious part in this game, because this is the first time since a rule was put in place in 2016 of any time a player or coach gets 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, they get ejected.
Woo!
Scotty Loeffler for Bowling Green, third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, gets ejected from the game.
That's awesome. You know, they always count them. They're always like, this person's like first. I was like, why are you counting? We never get to 2. We never get to 2. It's like when
He's the
my wife.
coach.
It's like when my
to get
wife
ejected.
starts like counting for my kids to be like, hey, come brush your
Yep.
teeth and get ready for bed. And she says, I'm going to count to 3. She never gets to 3. She never gets to 3. They always get there.
This is the first coach that's been ejected. And the fun stat in this game is once he was ejected, they scored more points after he was ejected than they scored in every other game they played this year.
I mean, I've learned from basketball and from baseball that getting ejected is sometimes the greatest motivator. So maybe there was a method to the madness.
Maybe. Baylor 31, Texas 24. This is just going to be Texas's thing this year where they win the first half and always fall apart and lose the second half. It's just going to be how Texas is. I think Oklahoma broke them.
I think they lost the game whenever they decided to fake a punt and run it with Dicker the kicker.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
They don't call him Dicker the runner.
No, he's Dicker the kicker. It rhymes. There's a reason why he does it.
Also,
Dicker the runner doesn't even have the same sounds in it. Come on, Sarkeesian.
Baylor has a really good job of keeping Bijan Robinson like under wraps. They defended him really, really well. Fun stat about Texas. Pretty sure Steve Sarkeesian already has a worse loss than Tom Herman and more games where they were ahead and end up losing.
Yeah, that'd drive a man to drink. That's for sure.
It would drive any man to drink. Wisconsin 27, Iowa 7. Speaking about things that make you want to drink until you die.
Dude.
Wisconsin's going to win the Big Ten West, and I'm very upset by it.
Yeah, they're such an uninspiring, not good team. Also, that's the thing.
That defense is so good. Wisconsin's defense is fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, but their
offense is so bad. Both teams'
so
offenses
bad.
are so bad.
It's
For
so
most of
bad.
this game, I think for most of the first half, Iowa had -2 total yards.
Yikes. Man,
This game was
but
shit.
it's kind of the same thing with Iowa, though. It's like, man, that defense is so good. It's so good, but that offense is so bad.
Yeah, and we saw which one was worse. I'm still holding out that Minnesota can win the West. I'm holding out because I have that ticket, and I'm holding out. There's a chance.
That would be hot shit right there. I would like that. I'd like to see that because I like chaos, and I want more chaos this entire
And also,
season.
you could theoretically get a rematch of the first game of the season of Minnesota, Ohio State.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to see that game. But
That would be a
you could-
bloodbath,
you
I
could
think. I think that would be a bloodbath.
I think it would too. I don't necessarily want to see that game, but it could happen.
Okay. All right. I don't want to see a puppy get hit by a truck
Nope.
either.
Nope. It could happen though. It could happen every day. Michigan State 37, Michigan 33. This was a game of emotional swings. Also, Kenneth Walker is fucking amazing.
Just shut up and give Kenneth Walker his fucking Heisman right now. That kid is a stud.
Give me an all Kenny Heisman. Give me Kenny Walker and Kenny Pickett in the Heisman house, and I'm gonna fucking light it up.
That's how we hedge. That's how we hedge, folks. This is a sports gambling podcast. That's how you hedge. If you just stop calling it the Heisman and you call it
Call it the Kenny.
If we just cheer for Kenny to win the Heisman, we're live to 2.
We got
live
2
to
right
2
there.
here.
We got
Yeah,
fucking
man.
2. Kenneth Walker won this game.
Yeah,
Michigan
he did.
was like Michigan statistically won the game. Kenneth Walker won this game. The dude is so fucking good.
Dude, in a sea of green, you could just see all those yellow surrender cobras just go up in the air, hands behind the head, and it was great to see. I feel like I knew that Michigan was going to lose this game because all Jim Harbaugh does is the most embarrassing thing possible. And what's more embarrassing than a lost little brother? Fucking nothing.
Guess what? My take is still fucking alive. Michigan beating Ohio State, not even winning the division. Let's go.
Let's see
Let's
it.
go.
Let's see it. At this point,
I
want
want
to see
it.
it happen.
I want it so bad. Give
So
me
bad.
an undefeated Michigan State in the Big Ten championship game to the fucking playoff. Give me Michigan getting fucking let them go 11-1 with their only loss to Michigan State and not get into the playoffs. I would love it.
Amazing.
What do you do? I mean, honestly, the real question, because like if he beats Ohio State, they're gonna fucking keep him because that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But if you don't, like if he goes 10-2 and his only 2 losses are Michigan State and Ohio State, what if they're close losses? Like, what do you do?
He's fucking gone. He's gone. He's so gone because that's the thing is he doesn't beat the teams that actually means something to them if they beat. He's fucking gone.
I wonder who Michigan would get. Who do you get?
Urban Meyer.
Fickle. No, you can go Fickle. Luke Fickle would be.
That would be a big get. That would be a big
get.
time. And you gotta think he's probably got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder that he didn't get the job.
Yeah.
After
he's an Ohio guy. The last Michigan coach who won a national championship was an Ohio guy. So you're gonna have potentially, if it does come to pass like that, you would have Michigan, LSU, USC, Washington State, Texas Tech, all looking for jobs. All open.
It's gonna be an exciting coaching carousel this winter. That's for sure.
This is a fun fucking game, though. This was, in my opinion, this was the game of the day.
Oh yeah. Big shout out to our boy Beho for once again
the ultimate mush on that.
Just mushing the bejesus out of this with a nice I told you tweet whenever
Michigan was up like 14.
2 touchdowns. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks Beho. We really
that's when I knew.
You the real MVP is really what I got to say to Beho right now. You the real MVP.
Miami 38, Pitt 34. This one tore my heart out. This is a pitted. You can't. They almost didn't. Like Kenny Pickett almost had a fucking Heisman moment driving down the field. But man, it was a fun game.
Yeah,
Miami's in that fucking spot where I don't
know what it was. This was one where I circled as a game to look at for some action for the weekend, and then I just decided I was like, no, I don't think so because I had a feeling Miami, but it's just like it.
I did not touch this game.
Me either.
Miami's true freshman quarterback is fucking good, and they're setting up for the classic Miami special where they end the season looking pretty darn good, and they're going to be just good enough for the pollsters next year to be like, oh, let's put Miami in the top 15.
Right. Yeah. Number 12, Miami
number
coming
12
coming to a 2022 season near you.
We're calling it right now. Number 12, Miami.
Number 12, absolutely.
And they don't deserve, but Pitt is still. I think the Coastal is going to come down to Pitt and Virginia. I think those are the two teams that it'll really come down to.
Unless they're top 10, because let me peer into my crystal ball here and say that he leaves Oregon for Miami. Never going to happen. But it's just saying.
No, not going to happen.
It'd be cool if he did.
It'd be really cool if he did. I don't think he will, but that would be cool. This was a fun game too, by the way. And also, this is one of those games that I was super excited with. And guess what happens at the end? The refs just make it a fucking ref show.
I hate it.
There was a very controversial call. Did you watch this game at all?
I didn't see
There was a super controversial call. So Miami is backed up in their own end zone, like in their end zone on the 1 yard line, basically, to start a drive. And they run the ball. Pitt gets a stop. It looks like it's in the end zone. It looks like it's a safety. They don't call it. They review it a bunch, and it looks like he's behind the fucking line. And no safety call. There's some big controversies here. And then later, Miami, they have a third down run where the tight end gets the ball. He crosses the plane, but then he gets the ball knocked out as he's falling.
And it's a fumble and a touchback.
It's a fumble, and it goes back, and it looks like it's behind the chains. That one was close. It couldn't have been like any closer to being like on the chains or behind it, and they give it to Miami. I'm just like, this you're turning an awesome game into a ref show, and that just kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth.
Listen, I'm from a privileged upbringing, and I feel like refs should be like my manservants, which is they are to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, because whenever anyone's talking about the refs, that's never a good sign. You never want to be talked about as a referee.
I just want to clarify, I'm not a man of means, and nor have I ever had a manservant, just for the record. But it felt like a good setup.
I have, but this was a mutual agreement thing, so it wasn't. Yeah. There was no money involved.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is a fun fucking game.
Yeah.
West Virginia 38, Iowa State 31. Cyclones.
It's done. The dream is over.
It's not.
It's over-ish.
It's over-ish. I think we're really just going to have to move all of our eggs from Iowa State to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
It's all. The season is going to come down to Bedlam in the Big 12.
God, get him, Mike. Get him, Mike. Just get him. Get him.
So you might get like a Bedlam back to back.
That'd be so fucking awesome.
That'd be pretty fun. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Yeah, but Iowa State, I mean, shit. Like, I don't know, man. We had higher hopes.
Hey, I mean, only thing I'm going to say about Iowa State right now is good for Breece Hall.
Yep,
Good
he's
for Breece Hall.
looking good.
Yeah, I mean, he's continued that. I think he's had like 20 straight games with the rushing touchdown, something like that. It's pretty impressive. Good for Breece Hall, but yeah, it's hard to go into Morgantown and win. I think that's one of the deceptively more harder things to do in sports is to go into Morgantown and win a football game. No matter how good they are.
So too. Also, I found something out about Morgantown. They have like an automated tram system all over town. Like all
That
over
sounds
the campus and
far
whatnot.
too technically advanced for West Virginia.
Fucking wild. I saw a video where you just like, yeah, it's just 24/7 automated. You just you call it to the station, you type in what building you want to go to, and then just a fucking tram comes here, picks you up. It's like being in an airport.
I refuse to believe that West Virginia is more technically advanced than Arkansas, but it sounds like it is.
In this one aspect, they're probably more technologically advanced than a lot of schools.
God.
It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild.
I wish you hadn't told me that. You just shit in my night's breakfast right there.
I mean, it's wild. Morgantown's a weird fucking
I don't know
spot.
why my night has breakfast, but it felt like the right thing to say.
Utah State 51, Hawaii 31. Kind of saw this one coming. Hawaii, we like at the beginning of the year, we never thought they would be that good. I don't think they are. They kind of have some dressed up wins. They beat New Mexico State twice.
God, yeah. Why? It's the reason they played New Mexico State twice still baffles me, but okay. All right.
Utah State is in the lead in the Mountain West Mountain Division.
That's crazy. Is Fresno State in the lead in the
They are. Fresno State is currently in the lead in the West Division.
Yeah.
So you could see a Utah State Fresno State game. I'm still really holding out for Air Force to get it done. Air Force is in second place right now.
They still could. That's a good football team. That's a really good football team.
I'm kind of losing hope on Nevada, but Nevada's not far behind. They only have one conference loss to Fresno State though. So you would need Fresno State to lose one other game.
I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I think it feels like a team of destiny. I wish they hadn't have lost the second game because I feel like at with one loss they'd be in the conversation for some really good bowl games. But Las Vegas Bowl, here we come.
I don't really see Fresno State losing another game. So they play Boise State, New Mexico, and Fresno State next. That's it. So I think Fresno State kind of has this locked up.
Yeah, baby. Love it.
Man, that Hawaii loss is stinging.
I know.
That really stings.
So hard. So hard.
That's fucking rough. Purdue 28, Nebraska 23. I am done with this team. This is the worst Adrian Martinez game of the year. He picked a great week to do it. 3 interceptions, my man. Our left side of the offensive line is basically just paper towels. We suck.
I'm smirking because I thought of something really funny, which is that they took a per dump on your dreams.
They really did. I mean, I didn't. Technically speaking, Nebraska's alive for a bowl game. Technically speaking, they would have to win. They would have to win 3, I believe, of Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Iowa. They have to win out.
Yeah.
In order to make a bowl game.
Yeah.
So I said if Scott Frost didn't make a bowl game, I was done. At this point, I'm done. I'm off the Scott Frost train. Get him out of here.
God, Jeff Brom.
Both these guys coaching for their job, by the way.
Hatched to produce on Jim's forehead, and now he has to use the word technically a bunch when he talks about Nebraska. That's a motherfucker.
No, I'm just done. I'm done with Nebraska for the rest of the year. I might not watch another game. I'll watch the Ohio State game because I'm going to be in town. So I'll watch us get demolished by Ohio State. And I say I won't watch, but I'll probably watch until it's like apparent that we're going to lose outright and get embarrassed against Wisconsin and Iowa, and then I'll just be done.
Okay.
And that's all I want to talk about.
I respect it. I respect that. That's your choice, and I respect
Highlights for Nebraska. I like our running back. I like Ramir Johnson a lot. He's got heart. I like our defense a decent amount. Like Cam Taylor-Britt's probably going to play in the NFL. I like him a lot. And our kicker actually did pretty good. And our punter, our special teams were actually fairly decent this week.
Well, there you go. There's something to take away.
Yep. And that's it for that one. Oklahoma 52, Texas Tech 21. I don't know why Leo thought this game was going to be like super close or something.
I thought it was going to be close.
I don't know why you thought it was going to be. Texas Tech is not a good team.
I was playing the rally around the team rallying around the interim coach angle, and that was just a bad take by me.
Yeah, Texas Tech, not a good team.
Also,
I've been calling them kind
really
of
seemed to
fraudulent
get under Beho's skin, and I kind of doubled down on it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I was all over Oklahoma in this spot. Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. Caleb Williams looked fucking great against a not good team.
Yeah.
Nice bounce back spot for Oklahoma. Good for you guys. I mean, I guess.
Okay,
Go fuck
so
yourself, though.
6 touchdowns. Is he a Heisman contender yet?
Not even fucking close.
Right, exactly.
Who the
Always
fuck
going to
is
be the answer.
If he gets 18 touchdowns in a game, then yeah.
Dude, if he is a finalist, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
If he gets like the only way is if he gets a full season stats worth in what he has left.
Right. And it's not going to happen.
No, he would have to they had to be winning like 82-0.
Yeah,
he stays in the whole time.
You can't sell me on giving someone a Heisman after a spectacular 6 games. Go fuck yourself. You can.
He's going to be top of the line for next year.
Yes, of course, and that makes sense, and that's how it should be. But if he wins it as a freshman, only playing 6 games,
no, you
fucking
can't
burn the Heisman house down with the mascots inside, with Baker Mayfield inside. Hell, keep Herschel Walker inside. Let them all die in that fire.
No, you can't. You fucking can't. I mean, if any year, this is a great year for a running back to win it. We could see multiple running backs there, like Kenneth Walker.
And I'm so tired of it being the quarterback show. So we got a wide receiver last year. Let's get a running back this year.
I would love Kenneth Walker. If Syracuse could make a bowl game and on the back of their guy, he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was another running back that was really good. I forget.
Make it a team award. Just give it to the Georgia defense. They're the best player in the country.
They are the best unit in the country for sure. But yeah, Oklahoma's fucking good. They're probably going to win the Big 12.
Give it to Georgia's nose tackle. Give it to Georgia's nose tackle.
Yes, do that. Kansas State 31, TCU 12. Gary Patterson's out at TCU. He's donezo.
Gone. And it seems like I think he might have been done with it at this point, because it sounded like they had a conversation and they both decided he was done.
Have you been listening to his press conferences after every game this week? Like this year? He is just like he's like your old uncle that's like these kids these days.
Oh God.
He's not really like he's complaining about he's been for a while, but he complains about transfers. He was big complaining about the NIL stuff. He's like not really for coaching today's college football.
Well, it sounds like the game has passed you by and it's time to hang up the whistle, old Gare Bear.
Can't really say too much bad about the guy. Like he's TCU's best coach by far, easily.
Yeah, he's legend. The kind of guy that you name the field after inside of the stadium.
Yep, he's basically TCU's Bill Snyder. Yeah, I love Gary. Love the guy. He had great defenses in the WAC and the Mountain West and whatnot. Had great offenses when he came to the Big 12 and had to adjust. The games just kind of passed him by.
Got that team to the Big 12. That's worth noting.
And won the Big 12. Has won the Big 12.
Yeah, and granted, where the Big 12 is headed now, and
but where they were at then.
Well, yeah, that it mattered then. Yeah.
I mean, and good for K-State. K-State also, their over/under is set at 5. They're already at 5, and they still have to play Kansas. So
chiggity
ching fuckity chiggy ching. Yeah, K-State's a good team. They're a fine team. I think if Skylar Thompson never gets injured, they're probably got one more win under their belt too.
They got what K-State can ever hope for, always hope for, which is they are perfectly adequate this season.
Oregon 52, Colorado 29. I'm just gonna say I'm a little disappointed Oregon didn't cover here.
Yeah, but hey, you win, you move on, and it comes to the grand scheme of things, it probably keeps them alive-ish for the playoff.
It does. I'm a little worried in Oregon's defense if you're going to let Colorado score 29 on you. That's a little worrying if you want to take something away, because Colorado's offense is bad. It's one of the worst 5 in the country.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's just about surviving and dance.
Yep, it could be one of those weird fucking games. Minnesota 41, Northwestern 14. We talked about this a little bit. I think Minnesota's still alive. They basically play like they do two things on offense and two things only. They'll run the ball down your throat and then they'll play action for a nice rainbow.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're kind of we wrote them off. They're rebounding. They're rebounding. They had an ugly loss against Bowling Green. They had a pretty respectable loss against Ohio State.
I was going to say, if this team doesn't lose to Bowling Green, we're talking about them in an entirely different light.
Yep.
They're probably, like, if they don't lose to Bowling Green, their only loss is a respectable loss to Ohio State. I'd argue they'd probably be in the top, 16, they'd be easily top 20.
Yeah, absolutely. They 100% would be.
Easily. Syracuse 21, Boston College 6. Syracuse might make a bowl game. Let's go orange. Let's go
Yeah,
Dino.
man. Yeah, man. Dino Babers. That's a money line that I was on this week. I love this. I love this Syracuse team. Absolutely love them. They're
love this team.
turning it on too. And let's go Dino Babers.
Coaching for his job.
Yeah,
love it.
I feel like no longer though. I think he's got it. Like he's locked it down. But let's keep that coaching for your job mentality and keep reeling off these W's.
For fucking real. Georgia 34, Florida 7. Another game that Leo was very much on the favor of Florida in this one. And for a second in that first quarter, it looked like Florida might keep it close. It looked like they might. And then everything fell apart.
Yeah, my get cute bet was dumb and it got blowed up, which was maybe Florida on the first half money line, and then Georgia does the thing and still covers. But so I got half of what I wanted to do, but it wasn't the fun half.
Georgia's so fucking good.
They're
And then
good.
did you see what was it?
Really
Was it
good.
Dan Mullen afterwards that was like, well, they just have better recruits. Like, I don't know what you want us. They just have better players.
Oof. I can hear the sounds of like private jets gassing up in Florida to start like boosters doing like shadow recruiting of other coaches right now.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, is Dan Mullen? His seat's got to be warming up.
I mean, it's got especially when you say shit like that.
Well, he didn't say it exactly like that. He just kind of said it in so many words.
Right. Still, people can make an inference from what was said.
It's true. And Georgia's fucking good. I wonder how Georgia's going to fumble it in the national championship race, but
it always happens, man. They always have that one.
Like, if you're a Georgia fan, you never get too confident.
What's crazy is that they've got an out. They've got an out, which is they could still lose in the SEC championship game and they'll still make the playoff.
Which is, I hate that, but yeah.
So maybe they get the one out of the way by just losing in the SEC championship game and they still manage to win a national championship.
They might. If you're rooting for ultimate chaos, you want Georgia to lose one other game.
Right.
I don't know what game that would be.
Oof. I don't think there is one.
Let's go through the rest of their schedule. So they have Missouri, who, if not for Vanderbilt, would be the worst team in the SEC by far.
Yep.
Not even going to talk about that game. Just Missouri really sucks. Then they have Tennessee.
Doesn't matter. Oh, they'll house.
They'll house Tennessee, I imagine.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still on the train that Tennessee's kind of a fun team this year, Georgia's just going to own the fuck out of them.
Shut your whore fucking mouth. I never want to hear you say that again.
They're a fun team this year, dude.
Oh, it just makes you look so ugly. It's like
I love fat Josh Heupel.
It's almost like
I love fat Josh Heupel. I'm on the fat Josh Heupel train.
Every time you say that, it's like a really pretty woman just saying a racial slur. It just makes you so ugly.
It's fair. Charleston Southern and then Georgia Tech. Yeah, Georgia's not losing another game.
Oh, yep.
If Georgia Tech does it,
let's go,
Jeff
Ramblin'
Collins
Wreck.
Let's go,
Ramblin' Wreck.
Let's fucking go. It's not happening. God damn it. What you want is Alabama to lose.
Yeah.
Because then, like, if Georgia loses to a 2-loss SEC West team, they're still in, right?
To a 2-loss, yeah.
Like, say if Auburn wins the SEC West, or let's say
that scenario, also makes you look ugly when you
better
say
case scenario.
Like that.
I mean, Auburn is in control of their destiny. It's disgusting. Better case scenario. Let's say Alabama loses to Auburn, but still makes the championship game and beats Georgia.
Then you're going to end up with Alabama and Georgia both in the playoff.
A 2-loss Alabama.
If they win the conference, you bet your sweet ass.
It's
disgusting. It is disgusting, and I 100% agree. I mean,
I hate
listen. That. Okay, just for the record,
This isn't you. This is you saying what will happen, not what you want to happen.
Yeah, like just for the record, like it just means more. Okay, just for the record, it just means more.
You have to write that. You have to.
I have to get that in there. Otherwise, they'll take my credentials. It just means more, but it's disgusting. But it would happen.
So if there's a 1-loss Oregon, a no-loss Michigan State, a no-loss Wake Forest, and a no-loss Oklahoma, 2 of those get left out.
Yeah.
Oregon and Wake Forest probably.
Yes. 100%.
That sucks.
That really does suck. I kind of like this Oregon team. I kind of want to see him get a chance.
I do too.
Kind of want to see him get a chance to the playoff. I like Mario Cristobal.
The most hilarious scenario is if like a 2-loss team, like it's disgusting, I know, but if Auburn makes it and beats Georgia in the championship game, because like Alabama has the name, like they'll put Alabama in with 2 losses. I don't know if they do the same to Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would, but maybe they won't. I think it does just mean more. And don't take this with any hostility.
Okay.
It would be hilarious to me if the SEC gets 0 teams in.
That would be hilarious. It would
Objectively
never happen.
hilarious. It would never happen.
It would never happen. But you're right. You're right. It would be really funny though.
We
thought the last election was going to push us over to a civil war. It might be a playoff with no SEC teams.
I gotta get really gross here in the next.
It might be Southeastern Conference versus all in a actual shooting war at that point.
I might be rooting for Tennessee against Georgia. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna be bad times.
I don't know who you fucking are anymore, dude.
Against Georgia, though, I don't know, man. We'll see.
But see, Georgia's not hateable, is the thing. Georgia.
That's fair, and I don't hate Georgia as a Nebraska fan because we had that like string in the early 2010s of like we played each other in a bowl game like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel a comradeship with Georgia. I don't hate them like I do Ohio State, for instance.
If the SEC is the Death Star and it blows up, like you're like, yeah, fuck those guys. But then you're just like, oh man, I kind of like Georgia. I feel bad.
I like Georgia. I like Arkansas. I like Ole Miss is a fun team.
Yeah, like so Georgia's like a higher ranking guy, like somewhere lower than the actual emperor himself, who's pretty cool. You felt pretty good about him. Arkansas is one of those like things that's basically just like an android hamster that's just like rolls around. It's like beep beep, boop, boop, and just like bumps
those
into
like
shit.
cleaning robots.
Yeah, that's Arkansas's role on that Death Star.
Hey, that's what everyone loves. That's like the best part of the fucking Death Star.
Yeah.
Wake Forest 45, Duke 7. Quake for Wake, baby. Quake for Wake. Also, David Cutcliffe, it might be time to put you.
Yeah, I getting the feeling he doesn't really care anymore.
This is not your 2015, 2016 Duke.
He's only good when he's got a quarterback that he can recruit and groom. Like if he's also on the list of if you don't get Arch Manning to sign and come to your school, you're done.
Yeah, he's probably done.
Probably
he's
done.
Also in a similar vein of like maybe the game has passed him by a bit.
Still, hey, for the record though, Archie sent both of his sons to play for David Cutcliffe.
Yeah. Also, like I'm not calling David Cutcliffe a bad coach. Like what he's done at Duke is nothing short of super impressive.
When was the last time that they meant anything ever in a football game?
Right?
Like, and they're not having a great season now, but in recent memory, like they've been worth noting.
The fact that we're in a position where we're disappointed in Duke football right now, that we're disappointed that we're just like they should be better.
Right.
That's the testament to David Cutcliffe.
Right.
Georgia State 21, Georgia Southern 14. The title of GSU goes to Georgia State Panthers this year.
There you go.
Speaking of teams that are looking for a new head coach, Georgia Southern. I don't know who they go for.
Oh, I think you have to find someone disgraced. I think it's the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt coaching thing is like, let me find someone disgraced.
Do they stay with the triple option, you think?
God, I hope so.
Paul Johnson. Get him.
Boom.
Get Paul Johnson. Do it.
Boom. Paul Johnson time. I love it. Let's do this.
San Jose State 27, Wyoming 21. Chalk up to Wyoming being one of my top 10 most disappointing teams of the year. I had very high hopes for Wyoming this year, and this offense is terrible.
Yeah, and when you losing to Nick Starkel, that's just
hey, they're gonna make a bowl game. I think San Jose State's like 5 wins. Where are they at right now?
Doesn't matter. Nick Starkel.
So they have. Where you at? Bam. They got one. Oh, wait. Is that from this year? Yeah, they played San Jose State. They played USC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. This is their 5th win. And then they have Nevada, Utah State, and Fresno State left. So
They're
probably not
going to
win
go
another one.
0 for 3, baby. They're going to
Yep.
go 0 for 3 in that stretch.
Dude, don't get the hubris, because then they'll fucking turn around and beat Fresno State, and that'll crush us.
They will never beat my foster son, Fresno State.
FAU 28, UTEP 25. Really wish the Miners could have done it. They almost did. Still salute to UTEP having a fucking great season as far as UTEP's concerned.
Yep.
We stand the Miners here.
Yeah. Let's just mine.
As the kids say.
Let's mine for these W's. Let's dig in the
It
earth
would've
for
been-
these W's.
Would have been really cool if they did win this game, and then you could have potentially a game day matchup against UTSA next week. That would have been fun. Probably not going to happen now, but that would have been fun.
Yeah, it would have been.
Cal 39, Oregon State 25. If Cal scores more than 30 points, they're just winning a football game. That's just
Yeah.
it's that like anytime Cal has a decent to good offense, they're going to win because that defense is so good.
Agree. Yeah, completely.
Yeah, it sucks because I really like the Beavers, but I also really like the Bears. So I was kind of torn in this game.
Yeah.
Go Cal. Go Cal.
Just an emotional reckoning game is what that is.
Mm-hmm. It really was. And I really would have been kind of neat for Cal to knock off Oregon just to like make complete chaos in that division. But you can always get what you want. And now we're going to just be rooting for Oregon.
Let's go. Let's go Ducks.
Mississippi State 31, Kentucky 17. Mike Leach, proof of concept happening right now. He's Mississippi State.
Hey, all I got to say about this game right now is hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Couldn't have happened to a better
bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. Hate to see it. Oh man. Yeah, they look good. Mississippi State look good. They're turning around. They're gonna I'm worried now. Arkansas might have a tough game. I was counting the Mississippi State game as a probable W now that they've got.
You might have to turn that into like a coin flip.
That feels like a coin flip game now. And like Kentucky just flat coming in off a bye. And just think somebody earlier that day had Kentucky in the playoff.
Someone earlier that day was talking about Kentucky in the playoffs. And
God, I don't remember who was in the photo that Beho tweeted, but he was like, "Look, I'm not crazy." He's like, "No, you're both crazy."
It was someone for ESPN2's broadcast. I was like, "No, this guy is just crazy too."
You're both crazy. There's no way.
Fucking absolutely crazy.
But big ups for hitting the over. Way to go.
Yeah, awesome overhit. I know you're worried about Mississippi State now. As an Arkansas fan, though, are you kind of viewing the season as just like you're playing with house money at this point for how you thought it was going to go, or no?
Oh man. Oh, like we're coming off of seasons where we didn't win SEC games. Like the fact that we should go to a bowl game. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to lose out the rest of the season. Like we should go to a bowl game at very minimum as a 6-6 team. I think we've got a good chance to be a 9-3, 8-4 team.
So how many wins do you have right now?
We're 5-3.
5 wins. So then you have Mississippi State this week.
Mm-hmm.
Coin flip.
Yep.
I would call that. LSU after that. I would favor Arkansas, but it is in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. It's a rivalry game, battle for the Golden Boot. I think we are going. This is part of like the Arkansas revenge tour, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
They had like beaten the bejesus out of us the last couple of years. Like this feels like a revenge game where we just like just beat the dog shit out of them in Baton Rouge.
Alabama after that.
I'm giving us a chance in that Bama game. I'm giving us a chance.
Honestly, the way I've seen Bama look in a couple of these games, I feel like anybody has a chance.
Right. I agree.
Anyone good has a chance.
We could easily. I mean, I'm not saying 6-6 couldn't happen, but I'm definitely not saying that 9-3 is outside of the realm of possibility.
I would say worst case scenario 6-6 because you're going to beat Missouri at the end of the season.
Right. Yeah. Worst case scenario 6-6.
Which like if you would have talked to Chase in early August and been like, hey, worst case scenario, Arkansas is going to go 6-6.
I would have been like, great. That's fantastic. Bowl game. Because the bowl games mean so well.
They mean something. Like like bowl season, like I'll probably get on this train too. Be like, fucking bowls, it's bullshit. They don't really matter. But
they mean something. They are important, and they're very important to the development of a football program because you get that extra, like, because if you don't go to one, you don't have practices. That's it.
Mhm.
You're done until the spring. Now you've got like a month of practices where you can just develop all these young players and everything. You get an extra game. Like it's big. It's big for building a program. So like 6-6 after us not winning shit for a long time, love it.
I can tell you this, as a Nebraska fan, I'd probably kill someone for 6-6 at this point.
As someone who's watched you, I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be rooting for Arkansas the fucking whole way there. Auburn 31, Ole Miss 20. This was a good Bo Nix game. He looked good.
Dude.
And if Bo Nix is going to have a good game,
I'll tell you what this game comes down to, and that is Lane Kiffin can take his analytics and shove them up his fucking ass. Fuck you, Lane Kiffin. You got the dumbest fucking computer out there. You went for it like 12 times on 4th down, and you kept giving them short fields. You were the MVP for Auburn this week. You fucking jag off.
I don't know if it's analytics or just Lane Kiffin just loves to risk it all.
God damn you, Lane Kiffin.
Also, Matt Corral is very visibly banged up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
They should have gone with the backup. The backup was balling out while he was in there.
Yep. It's a tough spot. Auburn, for some fucking reason, controls their destiny in the SEC West, which is gross. Yeah, that fucking sucks. But yeah, Ole Miss still, like, every Ole Miss game at least is still pretty entertaining. I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State 55, Kansas 3. Boy, did that Kansas hype die.
Yeah, it didn't last long, did it?
Nope. Saw this one coming a mile away. Good on the Pokes. Houston 44, SMU 37. The most entertaining game of the day. Holy shit.
My God, was that a good football game?
Holy shit.
That's up there for game of the year, I think.
And Beho wanted to give us shit for putting this on top of like some SEC games that were just fucking boring. No. This was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's I mean, like the way that ended, like, come on, a
two kick returns for touchdowns?
Jesus. Like, this was just a great game. It's what you expect out of an AAC matchup. And Houston Cougars, rank them, you cowards.
Right. Let me actually check the rankings right now.
They're a top 15 team, in my opinion.
I think so too. Team. Honestly, I would probably still keep SMU ranked.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Cincinnati does have to play probably both of these teams.
Right.
So I think Cincinnati's like their strength of record, it's going to be fine. If they keep winning, they're going to have wins against SMU and Houston.
And that, to me, I think that puts you enough to put you in a playoff right there.
SMU is ranked 23 in the AP, Houston 20.
They should
probably be. I'd probably put Houston above Iowa and Kentucky at this point, and BYU.
I think Houston should be like 16, 17.
16 is UTSA, 17 is BYU. You want to just go through, actually, real quick, you want to go through the fucking AP and see what we think?
Yeah, let's hit it.
25, our beloved Fresno State Bulldogs.
All right, that keeps me from yelling, re-rank them, you cowards. So yep. I like it.
24, the Raging Cajuns.
Okay.
They're 7-1. They're 7-1.
Yeah, okay.
23, SMU. I think that's good. I think that's a good spot for them.
That's fair.
22, a 3-loss team, Penn State.
Get them the fuck out of there. You're done.
If I had to do a power ranking, not like an actual ranking, like power ranking, I'd probably put Penn State somewhere in there because I think they're a good team, but they have 3 losses.
Yeah, you got to go, man.
Yeah, you got to get them out of there.
3-21
Coastal Carolina.
I'd actually probably drop them.
I'd probably switch them and SMU.
Yeah.
I'd probably also put them like at 25 behind Fresno State.
Yeah, I agree.
20 Houston.
They should be higher, but sure.
Yeah, 19 Iowa. I am very close to just getting Iowa out of there. They've looked bad.
Yeah, they definitely need to be on lower than 20.
Yeah, I'd probably put them. I'd put them
like 26 or 27.
Number 18 Kentucky.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Number 17 BYU.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good wins. BYU has good wins. 16 UTSA. That's around there. They're undefeated.
It's the whole schedule thing that hurts them. The schedule in their conference. So, but still respectable.
15 Ole Miss.
Yeah. All right.
That's
whatever.
maybe
Yeah, fuck you, Lane Kiffin, and your fucking analytics.
14 Baylor.
Yeah,
Maybe put Baylor. I think that's a good spot. Maybe put them a little bit higher.
maybe.
But
Yeah.
Number 13, Texas A&M.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Number 12, Auburn.
God, this is just just like the stretch of assholes in the top 25 right there.
Number 11, Oklahoma State.
That's what I'm talking about.
Number
That's what
10,
I'm talking
Wake
about right
Forest.
there.
Number 10, Wake Forest. We're quaking for Wake. This is actually Wake Forest's first time in the top 10 in school history.
I'd believe it.
Yep.
Not shocking.
Yep. Number 9, Michigan. I think Michigan is still like a top 10 team.
Yeah, for one loss, okay.
Number 8, Notre Dame. Which they're quietly like they're 7-1.
Yeah.
They have a 10-point win. We'll get to that game in a little bit.
I'd almost flip-flop. I would almost flip-flop Oklahoma State with Notre Dame.
I would probably maybe also do that too.
Yeah.
Number 7, Oregon. And this is where it gets a little controversial. They're both 7-1. Number 6 is Ohio State. And Oregon beat them outright.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that really makes sense.
It comes down to the whole like what do you value more? Is it
perception?
Like resume? Yeah, is it perception? Is it resume? What is it? I mean, because if you go straight by resume, then you have to flip flop those two teams. But if you go by perception, then I think you might be right with Ohio State.
Yeah. Either way, if they're right next to each other, you can't get too upset. Number 5, Michigan State. And honestly, I might switch Michigan State with the number 4 team, Oklahoma.
I agree.
I'd probably flip that.
Michigan
State easily has the better win.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I honestly feel like they've played a tougher schedule, quite honestly.
I would say so. I mean, yeah, before this week, I would probably argue they were pretty similar because, like, before the Michigan game, Michigan State hasn't played a team other than Michigan. Michigan State hasn't played a team with a winning record.
Right. No, I kind of feel like that's worth the. Yeah.
But I'd flip flop them from where they're at. Number 3, Alabama. Can't really be upset with that. The number 2, Cincinnati. Number 1, of course, is Georgia.
I think they got the top 5 pretty well pegged with minus a flip flop between 4 and 5.
Honestly, after number 1, you could put these in almost any order if you specify the criteria you're going with, and you can't really get too upset.
Yeah, you could really just put those into a cup and shake them up like a rankings Yahtzee and just see who comes out, with those teams. Like it's pretty much Georgia and then just like a big quagmire of some pretty good football teams right behind them.
Yep. Going through more games. USC 41, Arizona 34. USC, how the fuck do you let the worst team in the Power 5 stay this close?
Arizona scores some points. They're going to break through pretty soon. I've been watching some of these games because I like hitting Arizona on the early like money lines, first quarter and first half because they start fast sometimes. It's like they have a good team that fails to make adjustments. Like they come out hot and they fail to make adjustments and it's like they didn't come out hot, but they figured out how to make adjustments because they were getting their doors blown off and they still managed to come back and make this a game. Also, USC is completely mentally checked out.
They're done. Yeah. Did you see like the crowd shots at this game?
Yeah, couldn't have been good.
There was like nobody there, and also it was homecoming. So
hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
USC. Bless their hearts.
Notre Dame 44, North Carolina 34. If you're a Notre Dame fan, you got to be pretty happy that in a rebuild year, in a year that everyone has pegged as a rebuild year, you're still winning these games pretty convincingly.
Yeah, and it's their loose association with the ACC that's doing it for them though, because if if they're playing like their pre like loose ACC affiliation schedule where there's some like traditional games that they've said goodbye to, you know what I mean? Like if they're still playing all of those, I think they caught this is the best year possible to catch
Wisconsin
USC
at the worst time. They caught USC at the best time. And the only like good like capital G good team they played. UNC has a good offense, but they're not a good team.
And they're not even playing
good team they played is Cincinnati.
And they're not even playing Michigan this year.
No. Either way, you still got to be happy in a rebuild. Like you thought, you can't really control how good USC and North Carolina are. We all thought they were going to be pretty good, and they're just not.
Yeah. They're playing well, but I just don't think that there shouldn't be a ton of respect put on their name at this point.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I would just say in a rebuild year, you got to be happy that you're still like probably going to win 10 games.
Yeah, probably.
Ohio State 33, Penn State 24. kind of also in the running for a game that was like amazing and super exciting, and the refs kind of made it a ref show late.
I was so dialed into to the Fresno State game by that point that like I didn't even care anymore what was
There was
happening
just some
there.
weird fucking calls in this game. There was just a little wild. It was an awesome game though. Like
Yeah.
Sean Clifford played out of his mind. Penn State's offensive line just got destroyed and owned by Ohio State for the most part.
Yeah, and what's good to see is that it looks like Sean Clifford's actually kind of healthy now, finally, because I do not think he was healthy for the Illinois game.
I also do not think he was healthy for the Illinois game. Penn State just does this to Ohio State. They just play them close. They're easily Ohio State's best opponent in the Big Ten East year in and year out.
Right. There's not a whole. The Big Ten East is pretty well garbage.
There's the 4 teams and then nothing.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's like it's not really competitive, you know.
But like even like Michigan State and Michigan are competitive against like Ohio State, like Penn State is.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Also, Ryan Day is undefeated against Big Ten teams, which is gross.
Ugh, that makes my penis soft.
Yeah, it makes mine like retract into myself.
It's
very gross.
Might
Utah 44, Utah 44, UCLA 24. The mountains are weird, and I guess
Utah's a strange place.
Utah's a strange place. I'm actually going to say it. Maybe I was wrong on UCLA. I was way higher on them this year. I still think they're like a fine team. They're not bad.
I've been on their bandwagon for gambling purposes a couple times.
Yeah.
So I don't hate them as much as I did preseason, but I think it's time to proclaim that they're just not that good.
No, they're just kind of like an all right team, I would say.
They're what Chip Kelly has been at UCLA since he got to UCLA.
I'd say this is his best UCLA team, but I'd say when he got there, they were like bad for 2 years. They were like bad.
Okay, but
this is the not bad UCLA team.
I'm just saying people are keep proclaiming that it's going to be Chip Kelly and UCLA's breakout year, and it just never happens. It hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. I don't think
it's true. I'm almost on that train with you, my friend. BYU 66, Virginia 49. Holy fuck.
Hell, this was a game.
This was a fucking game. This game in the second quarter had enough points to make for a full game.
So I don't have the CBS Sports Network, which means that I was watching Fresno State and San Diego State on my phone on the game, doing the GameCast thing. So I would, while like Virginia and BYU was on in the background, and it literally looked like a track meet. It literally looked like a track meet because every time I was up, someone was just running away from everyone else scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. Like in the second quarter, going into the second quarter, Virginia's down 2 scores. They're down 7-21. By halftime, Virginia is up 35-17. Sorry, they're up. They scored 35 points to 17 points in the second quarter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns in a quarter.
5 touchdowns in a quarter.
Yeah. Way to go, Rocky Dick and Balls. Got to get that in there. Always have to get that.
And then BYU Virginia just shut it the fuck down in the second half.
Is Rocky Dick and Balls the best nickname for a coach?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Definitely. Way to go, Rocky Dick and Balls.
Jaron Hall for BYU, 22 for 37, 349 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Man, if BYU doesn't have the same, injury history with quarterbacks during the season, are we talking about an independent BYU as a team that can maybe make the playoff?
Are we talking about an independent BYU who should probably play in the Pac-12 championship game?
Right. Right. Like when you're having to start people with like a Romney name on, hey,
he's a good tight end.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I'm saying like they went through some quarterbacks easier. They had some big time quarterback injuries.
They did. And it's I think if BYU is like undefeated, you got to be talking about them, right? Like, because like their schedule is the same as fucking Notre Dame.
Yeah, they might as well be a Pac-12 team at this point. It's like how Notre Dame pretty much might as well just be an ACC team.
Exactly. Going back to a different game, there was one other quarterback stat line I wanted to look at. There was the Kenny Pickett stat line, since we were talking about Kenny's for Heisman. Mm-hmm. Here's Kenny Pickett against Miami. Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions, but those are desperation interceptions. 39 of 55, 519 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
All right. So I'm gonna admit that I'm really bad with like measurements and stuff, but that's like a mile, right? 519 yards. I feel like that's about a mile. It's not. Don't look it up. Don't look it
No,
up.
I
Please
am.
don't look it up. Please don't look it up. It's not.
actually
It's not
looked
even
it.
close.
It's like
It's far. It's very far off.
It's almost a third of a mile.
All right. Are you looking
There
at
we go.
miles or feet?
Huh?
Wait. 519 times 3. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like 1,500 feet.
No, I mean it's like there's 200 more feet to go, but it's like it's a little less than a third.
Yeah. Can we get off this subject? Because I don't like how stupid I look right now.
I don't like math either. Fresno State 30, San Diego State 20. Bulldog Nation, baby. Speaking of teams who, like, if they didn't have another loss, we'd be talking about them very highly. If
That's
Fresno
my foster
State's-
son, y'all. That's my foster son, Fresno
God,
State.
I wish they were undefeated so fucking bad.
That's my foster son. I love you, Fresno State. I love you all the way to the Las Vegas Bowl. I might have to
love that
go to
they're
the
back.
Las Vegas Bowl.
I love that they're.
We should go to
you
the
know
Las
what?
Vegas Bowl.
They should go. No, because like, who else would go to a fucking New Year's Six bowl if Cincinnati makes the playoff?
Mhm.
What other G5 team is making a New Year's Six bowl?
Woo. Let's send them to the Cotton Bowl, y'all. Send my
Send
foster
Fresno
son
to
to
the
the
fucking Cotton Bowl.
Send my foster son to the Cotton Bowl, y'all.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I want to see
Yeah.
Fresno State versus a really good team.
Dude, I'll go to Jerry World and cheer for fucking Fresno State. That's like a
'Cause I'm trying
5-hour
to think.
drive.
Who else would it be? You would have to do like a champion. So it'd either be like who's winning the Sun Belt? It's probably going to be the Cajuns.
Yeah.
They only have one loss. They only have one loss. UTSA is winning the CUSA and they're going undefeated. So
Yeah.
but probably and
And
then
it's the CUSA. Yeah.
it's the CUSA, yeah. Then you just have the Mountain West. Because the AAC champions go into the fucking playoffs.
What do you do with Houston?
That's a good question. If Houston loses to Cincinnati, then no. Because then they have
That's a good point because they would have to play Cincinnati. So they're
Yeah.
they're more than they're either going to be a 1-loss or a 2-loss team. And if they're only a 1-loss team, then that means it's a loss for Cincinnati, most likely.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They are alive. Fresno State, baby.
That's my foster son, y'all.
I love the Mountain West. I'm also a little bit biased. I would love Air Force to come up and play in the championship game too.
Also, I like that I gave myself an out and I didn't call Fresno State my adopted son. Like I'm not legally tied to them. They're just my foster son and I can jettison them at the end of the season and move on to another team next year.
Yes, you can. And
I run a group home for college football programs.
There's Washington 20, Stanford 13. I'm not even going to talk about that game because it was bad. That was not a good game.
Not good.
Not good at all. That'll do it for the college football news. That'll do it for college football, NFL. Now we have a little bit of CFL. The Argos and the Rough Riders have both locked up playoff spots in the CFL playoffs.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, this is how the Rough Riders did it. They stopped. They dropped. They shut them down, opened up shop. Whoa. Oh.
Bro. That's
how the Rough Riders roll.
That's how we fucking roll. Still alive. It's the CFL really does seem to be like the Blue Bombers and everybody else, but we're still alive with the Rough Riders, baby. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Next segment. Who does Jim want to fight? Who do I want to fight? There's 3 people I want to fight. I want to fight all of Clemson. For those of you who don't know, I bet the Florida State to cover that spread, and I bet the under in that game, and Clemson ruined it. That's
Jesus.
ultimate. That's one of the worst bad beats I've ever fucking seen in my life.
That was awful, dude. That was like I was watching. I saw you tweet something about no more points, please, and then that happened like right as I read the tweet, and I was like, oh god, oh no. That was tough. That was tough. Really it always happens whenever you get just a shit ton of laterals. It's either it just stops, it's shut down, they don't even get the lateral off. There's a ton of laterals and it works with the defense's favor. That's how it always goes down. There's like only one time that's worked, and it's like given the video evidence that we've seen, it's debatable if it actually worked or not when the band was on the field.
If he would have just fallen on the ball,
yeah,
that would have been fucking goddamn it. God.
Yeah, wasn't a classy move.
Next up, I want to fight the refs. Just in general, I want to fight refs. There were some really awesome college football games that kind of ended with a sour taste because of refs. And same with the NFL. There was some weird ref stuff going on today.
Yeah.
And yeah, just let me fight some refs. Let me fight some zebras. I'll fucking
sure.
knock them right the fuck out. And number 3, I'm getting pre-mad already. I'm already prepared to fight the college football playoff committee.
Sometimes you gotta
pre-mad. I'm getting
just
pre-mad.
fight them and kick their ass early so they act right for the rest of the season. You know,
I'm just getting pre-mad, dude. I'm already. This is gonna it ruins my Tuesday every week.
it's like you just went to prison and like the CFP committee is like the big bull loony on the block. Like you just gotta like go and just beat the shit out of them so they don't take your fruit cup for the rest of your life.
You gotta show them who's fucking boss. I'll fight the fuck out of them. Now, the segment for the season. It's Halloween right now. Actually, while we're recording this, it is Halloween at this very moment. Let's do a quick ranking. What are your top 3 Halloween candies, my man?
Okay. All right. So I guess I should probably go number 3 first. Number 3 would be Kit Kat. I love Kit Kats.
I have them a little bit higher. I got them higher.
I like them in the miniature. Like I don't like a big full Kit Kat. Like I just want one
the perfect
Kit Kat
size. It's
the
perfect size.
Number 2 is going to be the Reese's Cup. The Reese's Cup.
Okay.
Number 1, and I'm coming way out of left field for this, but damn it, it's my favorite. I love Dots.
Oh,
I love Dots, and you can't find them anywhere.
They just missed my list.
Love Dots.
Dots are good. I'm a big proponent of Dots.
My kids, like after they went, trick or treating this year, they came in and all just gave me their Dots like they're playing taxes to some sort of feudal lord. It was fucking amazing. I love my wife for setting it up like that too. She's like, go pay tribute. And
you know what else? Dots. It's like hard to find that I remember really liking Nerds. I can't find Nerds for the life of me.
Used to be able to just get like a big box of Nerds.
Yeah, I fucking love them.
Nerd.
My number 3 is a Crunch Bar. I'm a big fan of the little crackles in the Crunch Bar. Number 2 is the Kit Kat. Similar reason. I just love the crunch and it's like the perfect size. And number 1 for me is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Anytime I have a peanut butter cup, whether they're warm or like throw them in the fridge for a little bit and they're nice and hard, I fucking love it.
See, I could have gone Reese's number 1, but I feel like in order for them to go number 1 for me, they would have needed to be something that I feel like I can't really get year round. And like I can always get a Reese's cup. I can never fucking find Dots anywhere.
That's fair. That's very fair. If someone would give me Nerds, I would probably put that number 1, but I haven't seen Nerds even in Halloween forever. Bottom tier for me is Payday. I've gotten a Payday before, and that's not candy.
Yeah. Actually, I like Paydays.
I like Paydays, but they're not candy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more just
like a peanut snack.
It's just a peanut.
It's just fucking peanuts. Snack. Just fucking peanuts.
Someone jizz caramel into.
And now for the spooky part.
Oh, I got to get prepped. Okay, hold on.
I got to get prepped too. Let's do this real quick. Spooky time. Whoop. Ooh, it's atmospheric.
Ooh.
It's time for your spookiest sports moment.
Does that mean me start?
That doesn't mean you start.
Okay.
I need to think of mine.
Ooh. Back in the last century. The year was 1998.
Ooh, the 90s.
The Razorbacks were undefeated under an upstart young coach named Houston Nutt. And they went to Neyland Stadium to play against the Tennessee Volunteers. And they were kicking the ever-loving shit out of the Volunteers the entire game. And then Houston Nutt got conservative. Ooh.
That's the scariest thing ever.
And they stopped scoring points. Ooh. And Tennessee started scoring a bunch of them. And we still had it in the bag until Clint Sterner took a snap from center. And a lineman stepped on his foot. And instead of using his hand to balance himself, he used the ball.
Ooh.
And he fumbled.
Ah.
And that was it for the Razorbacks' chances. They were never seen again. The end.
Here's mine. The year is 2016.
Ooh,
As a
the last
Nebraska football fan,
decade. Whoa, Nebraska.
the head coach, the scariest of them all, Mike Riley.
Whoa, that sounds Irish.
Nebraska goes into week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go into week 8 undefeated for the first time since I can remember.
Expectations.
They're in the top 10. Ooh.
Rankings. Ooh.
But if you look at their resume, it was very fraudulent. But
Ooh,
us
built
Nebraska
on a pile
fans,
of lies.
Us Nebraska fans were drinking that Kool-Aid. It was terrifying. And then we play another top 10 team, Wisconsin.
Ooh, they jump around. Ooh.
Yes, they do. And it was very scary. The game was intense. It went to overtime, which, you know, as a Nebraska watcher, spells certain doom.
Doesn't go well. Ooh.
Nebraska loses 17-23, and the season is never saved. Next week, we're still ranked. And then we go to Ohio State and lose 62-3.
That's a big number.
That's a very big number. It's the most terrifying number.
Ooh.
It was bad. It was very bad. And not to put a fucking needle in it too. Our quarterback got injured. Ooh.
Ooh. Doesn't set you up well for the future. Ooh.
No, it does not. Nebraska loses 3 games that year, so we still think, we're still a 9-win team, but we lose to Iowa 40-10, and then the worst of them all, we lose to Tennessee in the bowl game. It was the spooky year. 2016 was spooky.
So spooky.
It was the very spooky. That'll do it for the spooktacular Jimnasium, my man Chase. Thank you. We've got an hour and a half. I fucking love hanging out with you, man. Tell the people what you got going on.
Oh, let's see. It might be a light week for me in terms of content because your boy's going to the Breeders' Cup this week. What? Someone had the terrible idea of thinking it was a good idea to send me somewhere where there are like people of consequence around, and think that I won't like throw things at horses that I dislike. But I'm going to be that close to do it, so I'm all geared up to fly out to San Diego later this week. I'm going to do my best since I fly back Sunday to get back in the Jimnasium with this big galoot. I think I'll still be doing my horse racing show, but I'll be like full on Breeders' Cup mode and finding clothes that I'm not too fat for that I can wear in public in front of people who make way more money than I do.
I love it. On a related note, I had someone online call me submissive and breedable. So There's that.
Okay.
There's that. There's that. Y'all know where to find me. I'm everywhere. I'm on Twitter at XFL Jim, YouTube XFL Jim. This week, we're actually releasing footage that we filmed fucking months ago. It's Your and Me Spa Day in Vegas.
Ooh.
That's coming out this week.
Just think they called you submissive and breedable before they saw that.
Just wait until they see this. It's
wow.
Yeah. TikTok's going strong. Everything's going strong. I am loving life. Can't wait to be back here Sunday on the Jimnasium with my favorite man from Arkansas. Love it. And love you guys. Thank you for listening. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share the podcast, share it wherever you can. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Let's have a good fucking week. And also, fuck the college football playoff committee. I'm just getting that out of the way. If you're listening to it later in the week, just fuck them.
Just put that in the universe.
Peace out.